Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Rainbow Six Siege video. In this video we're going to be covering the newest defender added to Siege, Thorn. We'll be covering her loadout, special gadget, and how to best use her in the Siege. But before we continue with the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Plus you'll always have some Siege content to watch. It's a win-win. Now let's begin. First up, let's take a look at an actual new weapon, the UZK-50GI. It deals pretty high damage at 44, which is one of, if not the strongest for all SMGs in Siege. In addition to that, it has slightly below average fire rate and a magazine size of 22, which is the smallest magazine size for all of the SMGs. On top of being a high damage average fire rate SMG, it's loaded with 50 cal bullets. This means it's pretty good at opening holes in soft floors and walls. No, it's not better than any shotgun or explosive, but it's better than most other SMGs and handguns and stuff of that variety. It's a very, very good weapon. It kills quickly due to its high damage and fire rate and has some extra utility. Its only downfall is that low mag size, but in most engagements you'll have more than enough bullets to take down enemies and get into cover somewhere to reload. Other than that, she can use the M870 shotgun. It's your average shotgun. It deals high damage at close range and can open up holes in walls and floors very quickly and very well. It's pump action, so it fires a bit on the slow side and it reloads pretty slow, but in close range you have more than enough firepower to shut down any enemy. For her secondary weapons, she can use the 1911 handgun and the C75 auto machine pistol. Take the 1911 handgun for more accurate single firing handgun that can be pretty useful at longer ranges and when your primary runs out of ammo, or take the C75 if you want a fully automatic weapon as your secondary that can just melt attackers up close. It's really down to personal preference, so the choice is yours. For her gadgets, she can pick either a deployable shield or barbed wire. Take the deployable shield if you want some extra cover, or take the barbed wire to slow down attackers and create some traps, which we'll hear about later. The choice is yours. Now to the most important and interesting part of any operator, her special gadget, the Razor-Bloom Shell. This shell acts as an active landmine. She can throw it anywhere since it sticks to just about anything. Once thrown, the shell will take a short moment to activate, and then once it's activated, anytime an attacker walks into its radius, its fuse will begin and then it will explode, killing or downing any attackers still in its radius. As with any special gadget, there are a couple things to note. For starters, you get 3 shells. Just 3, so place them wisely because you don't have that many. Next, the shell can be destroyed in many ways. It can be shot, exploded, disabled by Thatcher, and destroyed by Ash, Sophia, Twitch, Zero, and any other attacker that has an ability that can destroy gadgets. It gets destroyed by everything. And finally, it looks like the shell takes 5 seconds to activate after being thrown, and then will take 3 seconds to explode once triggered by an attacker. Many ways we can actually use this in the Siege. First up, we can of course use it as a trap. Just use your UZK to open up a hole or a hiding spot for it, then throw it there and hope the soft cover you hide it behind is good enough for an attacker not to find it before it detonates. The easiest way to use it would to be just do that. Use its ability to stick anywhere to really set it up in spots attackers won't be expecting. Then of course there are synergies. I think with the right team comp, Thorn can just be a major player. You can use Melusi's Banshees to make sure they can't outrun the shell's range. You can use the shell and a frost mat to funnel people into the mat to get downed and then killed by the shell. Then you can of course have Legion lay down a goo mine near a shell so the attacker can't even run away before they get hit by the shell. There are so many opportunities for Thorn to just synergize with her team, and when you pull it off, not only is it a good tactic, but it's also fun as hell to do. Just be careful and make sure you hide your Razor-Bloom shells really well. If an attacker sees it and destroys it, you get 0 value from that shell and you wasted a very game-changing gadget. Also, you're going to need to have some map knowledge to know where to place your shells. Having map knowledge and knowing all the hot spots for each objective is important. Placing your shells there could get you multiple kills and downs and change the pace of a match. But if you don't know the map very well or the objective very well and you put it somewhere the attackers are like just not likely to go at all, then it just wastes your shell. Like completely. It just sits there and gets 0 value and doesn't do anything. Also, using barbed wire and placing your shell near it is a good idea. It slows down the attackers if they decide to break it, and if they don't, they just get massively slowed in your shell's radius, making a kill much more likely to happen. Either way, you're slowing down the attacking team's push because they have to stop to break the barbed wire, or they go into it and realize there's your shell there and they back out, or they just get killed. So it's a good idea. It's a good idea. So just remember to try to combo with your team's other trap operators as well, like place your shells in parts of the map where the attackers are most likely to go, and place them either above or down low, or hide them just where the attackers are going to have a hard time figuring out where they are. Because yeah, the icon's going to pop up, but if you hide it really well, they're not going to be able to flick to it and immediately shoot it down. They're going to have to back out, or they're going to have to deal with it in some other way. Moving on, we have the combos and counters. Let's start with the combos. As I said earlier, you can combo well with Lesion, Melusi, Frost, and Smoke. They all have combos that either guarantee a shell will go off or slow down the attackers, making it difficult for them to get out of the shell's radius or to get onto the objective to stall the match. As for counters, Thorn can get countered by pretty much anyone. The Razor Bloom shells can be meleeed and shot, so any attacker with fast enough and good enough aim can easily shut down your shells, making hiding them much more important. Other than that, Twitch's drone can destroy it, so can Zofia and Ashe's launchers, Zero's lasers can destroy them, IQ can see them, and Thatcher can disable them for a long ass time. The Razor Bloom is powerful, but it is pretty easily countered. And that's going to be it for this video. I want to hear from you all. What do you think of the UZK? Do you think the Razor Bloom shell are a little bit too strong? And how well do you think she'll do in the competitive level? I don't know, so let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for even more amazing Rainbow Six Siege content. And also, don't forget to check that description down below for a link to the channel Discord server where we talk all Siege all the time. I'm the Battle Moon, and I will see you in the next Siege.